Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. This is the weekly question and answer video I do every single Monday. I'm answering people's questions from last week's video. Anybody has a question today, go down in the comment section down below, ask me anything you want, and I will answer it next Monday. Every single week I do this, and all I ask is for your locations. Please tell us your locations, everybody. Be specific, be general, doesn't matter. Welcome new viewers, new people that are here for the first time. Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to help people heal from different kinds of trauma. Specifically, emotional trauma is the most. Emotionally abusive relationships. And the best way to heal from these things is to learn what happened to you, to understand it, talk mostly. So try to interact here, ask questions. It's the best way to learn and heal, okay? No such thing as a bad question, just bad answers. So I'll try to do my best. Every week I recommend something before we jump into the questions. And Empath Warrior helped me with my recommendation this week. They say narcissists live in denial, but we are able to live in the truth, acceptance, and we can self-reflect. The more we deny and try to ignore our pain, the more thoughts it creates, which leads to obsession and rumination. We need to accept our pain, to understand it's a part of the healing process, and to move forward. And I love that last part a lot. It's really, really necessary. A great way to heal is to turn the pain into art, into creating something, either painting or music, and all kinds of different creative outlets there are for you. It takes focus elsewhere. Good video acceptance is very important. Thank you for that. And so I'm recommending to be creative, people. This isn't creativity. There's a lot of arguments and misunderstandings about creativity. And it's not just something we have to just sit and wait for it to happen, for an idea or a thought or something creative to pop up in our head. There are actually things we can do. Sadly, when we have lost relationships, failed relationships, coming out of abuse and trauma, we're most often depressed. We tend to isolate, not talking and interacting with people, and that is the absolute worst thing you can do. All of your questions are directed pretty much towards how to heal from this stuff, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, you must talk. You've got to talk about this stuff. Your family and friends can't help you that much. They don't understand. It's too close. Okay? We need serious help, professional help. And so hire a professional. They're on your team, and you can talk to them and get it out, share it and understand it and feel better and heal from it. The second thing you can do is interact with people. Call up your friends, your family, people that you trust, people that are not toxic, and do things to meet more people. I know right now during this stuff it's harder, but I do it all the time. Okay, I'm doing it, and I've done it in different cities in the last year. I've gone to cities. I've put myself out there more, and I've met new people and stuff. So it's possible, and I'm doing things all the time to be creative. And that's the third thing you can do is be creative. Right here, I got off of Google right here. Research shows that being creative can improve well-being by increasing positive emotions and decreasing negative emotions. It shows that creativity can reduce depression, stress, anxiety, and improve our ability to express difficult emotions such as grief and sadness. Is that directed right at you guys or what? Isn't it? Creativity. There's 4 domains of creativity. Most of people have the wrong notion that creativity happens unexpectedly. Therefore, they usually spend their time sitting around to wait for the creativity to happen to them, right? Like a writer. I got writer's block, so I'll just sit and wait till, some idea pops up in my head. R.N. Dietrich has classified creativity in 4 domains using 4 discrete processing modes, such as emotional, cognitive, deliberate, and spontaneous creation. I'm just going to touch on them for under a minute, and we'll get on with the questions. The long-standing view in psychology is that positive emotions are conducive to creativity because they broaden the mind, whereas negative emotions are detrimental to creativity because they narrow one's focus. But this view is too simplistic for a number of reasons. And it is, because I've seen a lot of dark art, people that have come out of relationships, childhoods, life problems like us, and they've been very creative. And their art might be dark, but it's creative, and it's, I love it. But what's important is that we can fake it till we make it, right? I mean, that's just such a good saying because it's so true. It's so true. If we want to have confidence, sometimes just faking it helps. Okay, these things, it does matter. So not only can creativity be sparked from positive emotions, but forcing creativity can force positive emotions. I hope that makes sense. One of the best creative outlets that's easy is like home repair, making things prettier, artwork on your walls, your floors, and that you make. There, and with YouTube right now, there are a million ideas of how to do things around the house or with outfits and jewelry, all kinds of things you can do, very cost effective, that's extremely creative, and will spark more and more positive emotions and dampen negative ones, okay? Another one is cognitive creativity, which is cognitive flexibility to see things in different perspectives. The more depressed we get, the more we can only see things in our own perspective. Trying to be cognitively aware, to see things in different perspectives, will help us heal, period. If you can see things from your abuser's perspective, your parents' perspective, your friends that screwed you over, see things from their perspective, will help you heal. And we can do this with compassion and empathy, right? We call each other empaths. Deliberate creativity, how knowledge inspires innovation, knowledge, your own experiences and knowledge. And that means keep learning, okay? The more we keep stimulating our brain by learning, the more knowledge we have, the more experiences we have, and the more creative we can become. Isolating, not talking to people, not doing anything, all by yourself will make you worse. Okay? I've said this for so long, and this is why. Spontaneous creativity is the creativity we often associate with artists. That's seemingly coming out of nowhere ideas, right? That's the last one. So we may not be able to inspire amazing ideas for stories or an amazing artwork piece, right? That might be difficult now, but we can brighten up our life. We can brighten up our environment with art. Some of you like to write. Some of you like to act, sing things like this. Force this. Depression, we beat depression by forced positivity and doing things like this. Get out there, talk to people, meet people, hang out with people, try not to isolate, and try to stimulate your creative mind, okay? It's just so beneficial. I've come up with many, many ideas in these videos to do that. I'm not going to list them today. You do that. You go find things that interest you, that spark your creativity, okay? It will help you heal. That's what you guys keep asking me. How do I heal? Thanks. All right, let's get on with the questions. Stella from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Stella. Your videos are so helpful in my healing journey. I have a question. I know about supply, and we are part of a narc harem, yet I struggle with the narc and a new girl. I feel she will be treated better. I am no contact. These thoughts are in my head. Do you have any advice that will help? I am with a therapist to help too. Thank you so much in advance. Well, make sure you tell your therapist everything, and make sure that you do what she or he suggests. I can't tell you that enough. I have people that hire me and they want me to fix them and make them all better, but they don't want to do some of the things I tell them to do. And I don't know what to do at that point, right? I don't know magic, and I'm telling you this is how you heal. You pay money, whether it's insurance, doesn't matter. It's your hard-earned money, and you take your time to go see professionals. Try them, give them a chance, give yourself a chance by doing what they tell you to do. So bring this up to your therapist and ask what their suggestions are and try them, okay? But first of all, these are obsessive thoughts, right? And it's depression because it's our past, all right? We're introspecting and we're wondering if it's us. Do I suck, right? Is he always going to be happier with somebody else because I'm that terrible? So the more you seek out your own life and self-interest, the less you'll be doing this. The more that you talk to your therapist and heal from this relationship, the less you'll care about what he's doing anymore. Okay? By looking, by seeing this, it can make the trauma worse, and it lowers your self-worth. Okay? So try not to look, try not to see it anymore. That will raise your self-worth too, and it'll stay out of your head. If people give you updates, tell them not to anymore. Okay? Don't bring this into your life. Don't invite this into your life. Don't make it a part of your life. Okay? One thing that I ask clients to do sometimes, if I feel it's necessary, is itemize, list all the bad things in this relationship, all the bad things he's done, all the bad feelings associated that he's made you feel, all the things you've compromised, sacrificed, and lost, all the times he hurt you. Okay? And whenever you feel like he's being really good to somebody else, read these things, because that's who he is. It's not you, everyone out there that's been victimized and abused. It is not because of you. I understand we let it go too long and these things, we ignored red flags. That does not mean that how somebody treats you is your fault at all. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? There's nothing wrong with you. This is him. He abused you. Why would he be good to somebody else? Because we feel like we deserved it. Because our self-worth is so low. That has nothing to do with his choices and his behaviors and his thought patterns. Okay? My question to you is, if he, look at the work it takes. You're seeing a therapist by being a victim. Do you know how much work it would take him to change this part of himself? This exploitative, abusive part that he doesn't care about human beings? Imagine, if even possible, if he could fix that. And I want to ask you, how did he? If he's going to be good now to another girl, okay, why? And you're going to say, because maybe she's this, maybe she's that. It's not about you or her. This is about him and who he is. It's his personality. We form our personality right away in adulthood. All right? In other words, we don't form our personality until we become adults. And once we do, it's set. It's pretty set. We can change little aspects of ourselves, but we don't change our entire personality. And this guy sounds like, I mean, if he does have a personality disorder, you think just another different person in his life, now problems are fixed? That's like saying, you know, you've got serious mental illness. You should go move down to San Diego. And you're all fixed. All fixed. You should go get a different job. All fixed. You should just date somebody else. All fixed. You don't need pills. You don't need therapy anymore. You don't need to do anything. It's always just about the right person. That's the most codependent thought you can imagine, isn't it? Isn't that extremely dependent? My life depends on who I date. Could a friend do it? Could you just have a different friend and now all your mental health problems are all fixed? Or it has to be a boyfriend, girlfriend? How soon? 1 month? Challenge your thoughts. Challenge this thing. Because if we just listen to this thing as truth, oh boy, are we in trouble, because most of us don't know a thing. And most of our brains don't know crap. Okay? Don't listen to this. Challenge it. Tell the truth. Like I just did. I just told you the truth. I'm going to come out with a video soon. Challenging thoughts. I'm going to come up with all kinds of negative, depressive thoughts that we might think all day long. And I'm going to show you how to challenge them. But that's what we do, Stella. Okay? Keep talking. Keep talking, and heal from your past so that this relationship doesn't bring up emotion anymore. Okay? Focus on you, on your interest, goals, plans. What do you want to do tomorrow, next week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years? You start doing one thing every day towards that, you won't have time to sit and wonder if his new victim is going to make him happier, because that's what she is. She's a victim. She's a victim, and there's no room for either of them to be happy. And there's no reason that he would treat you and abuse you and be so great to a different person on this planet. That makes no sense. Especially as you get closer. He could be nice to someone he sits next to in a classroom or works with, maybe not abuse them, right? But someone he dates, nah, that's when it all surfaces. That's what personality disorders are all about, relationship problems. Okay, I can't form relationships. I can't maintain relationships. I can't grow in relationships. I can't keep relationships. And people went to doctors freaking out, and doctor said, you have a personality disorder. Just go date somebody else and you'll be fine. Just kidding. That's a joke. Thanks, Stella. Keep asking questions. Let me know what you think. Hafiz. I don't know where you're from, Hafiz. I would love to know next time. Let us know. Staying calm and assertive while suffering from tinnitus is really hard. Just saying. I'm no match in a debate. Need better senses to be a good debater. Too bad it takes convincing and debating skills everywhere I seek help. Nobody asks me proper questions about my feelings. Maybe it's because they can't imagine how my reality looks. I also have thousands of floaters in my vision my entire life. I feel bad when people block me and tell lies about me. Yeah, we got some toxic people in our life, it sounds like, doesn't it? Toxic people. We've got to understand what relationships consist of, who I am, and how to express myself, because we don't need to debate and argue with people, okay? We don't need to do that. There's no reason to argue with somebody to get what you want. If they're not going to give it, I'd recommend go find somebody else who will, okay? But you're talking about communication, and you're probably talking about boundaries, okay? I'm sorry you have tinnitus. That is just awful. I've had it for a month. I think you've had it for years. That's awful. That's going to cause major depression. I'm so sorry. Please keep looking for answers and help. And please, please, please talk to somebody. Hire a professional if you can, okay? Thank you. And I'm really sorry. Stephanie from Ontario, Canada. I have a question. A lot of times I think about memories that seemed really real during the love bombing stage. I have gone no contact, but this really still gets to me. It hurts. I was betrayed and abused a lot. I'm doing better, but still struggling. Is there any suggestions to help with keeping? And you got cut off. Sometimes that happens. I'm sorry. I don't have the rest of your question. If there's more that I'm not getting that I need to, please ask me again, Stephanie. So we've got ruminating thoughts, and that's kind of going back to the first person a little bit that I was talking to. Rumination, obsession, and it's how we're dealing with depression, our loss. And it doesn't matter if we lost a narcissist and we hate them and never want to see them again. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We lost. We have lost. We have a failed relationship, and we have somebody we cared about that we lost. That's out of our life. That took up a ton of space and time, especially these kinds of relationships. All of our space and time, right? We have to heal and grieve from this loss. So what are you doing to grieve? What are you doing to heal? A lot of people think we do nothing. Time. We stop thinking about it. We just try to stop thinking about it and go to work all the time and start dating again. And it just takes time. Nope. Wrong. No. So what are you doing? It's not doing nothing is the key. No. Get help. I can't express enough how much it helps to talk to somebody else who knows what they're doing, that you can trust, that's on your team, and get all this stuff out and have somebody challenge your thoughts if you're having difficulties doing that and you're doubting yourself so much and what's really going on, and am I the narcissist, and did they really abuse me or did I abuse them? How are you going to figure all that out by yourself? Time? Good luck. Bad emotions, stay open forever if we don't process them. This is what we're trying to stop processing the emotions. So we keep processing emotions, giving it attention, accepting our emotions, and trying to make ourselves feel better. Okay? Challenge our thoughts, and let's heal from our past. Big time. How are you going to do that? Number one way, talk therapy. Number one. Everything else is supplemental. Okay? Thanks. And Bronson from Platteville, Wisconsin, Valerie from Northeast Ohio, and Lynn from Worcester, Massachusetts. I'll say hi. Hello. Thank you. I like that. And Jolynn. I don't know where you're from, Jolynn. Let us know next time. Thanks. I have struggled with self-harming for many years now as a result of abuse, but have come a long way with the help of a fantastic therapist. Great. Good to hear. I haven't worn shorts or short sleeves for almost 10 years because of it, but with the summer on the way and my self-worth rising, the thought of another hot summer of covering up is becoming unbearable. I'm not really concerned about the opinions of most people, but I'm worried about the effects that seeing my scars or talking about it may have on my kids. My son is 9, is probably too young to understand fully, and my daughter is 15, and although she would understand, I'm worried that it might become an example of something to do to cope with difficult circumstances. At the moment, no one in my family has any idea I've struggled with this issue, as I have hidden it and kept it secret for so long. Do you have any thoughts or how to approach this? I'm terrified, but I know at some point I will have to open up about it because I'm so tired of hiding. You don't have to do anything, Jolene. Nothing. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can keep it a secret. You don't have to not wear shorts and sleeves. You don't have to never tell. You don't have to tell your children. You don't have to do anything, Jolene. This should be things eventually when you're ready that you want to do. That you see something positive out of this that could come of this. That you see light through the tunnel. That you see benefit. Something that will benefit you. How will this benefit you, Jolene? Why don't you be very, very cognitively aware of why or how beneficial it can be to not cover up anymore, to talk about it. Let me tell you right now, shame is a secret, Joanne. Shame is a secret. If you want to raise your self-worth like you said you're doing, if you really want to raise it, tell people. I'm not telling you have to. I'm not telling you. I'm just offering a suggestion I know fixes these things. Tell people. As frightening as that is, I'm sorry. But you break through it. Face your fears. Because on the other side of it is better, is so much better, okay? And list those things that you want to experience, reasons why you want to tell people, okay, Jolene? Uncovering, not covering it up will help you feel better because people aren't going to sit there and, oh, look, she used to cut herself. No, people aren't going to do that. You're going to have a positive experience from uncovering your scars, from not caring, okay? Positive experiences means it'll get easier and easier to do this. Tell your children. Tell your children. Jolene, you said you don't want your children to cope in the same way with stress. Then let's not have a stressful situation for our children to where they have to cut to cope with it. It's so bad, right? You cut to cope with your stress